Hey Books, welcome into our Taurus Gemini Love Tarot reading for November 2025. I thank you guys so much for being on this side of the channel as always, and I do hope that this helps you and serves you well whenever it's divinely meant to, okay? In my meditation for Taurus Gemini energy, it seemed like there was some sort of mischance that happened here, or that's lingering in the awareness or in the energy between two people. Kind of like that, you know how sometimes people can like dance around each other, like, oh, I was there too, and then you were there. So it's like keep missing the timing between two souls here. And that seems to be what's most relevant. There's some sort of mischance that might be coming back around to, and maybe not even coming back around, but might finally get a chance to connect. I feel like there's a chance to connect here. My Taurus Gemini energies and placements. Keep in mind, this can be relevant for any placements that you have in your second and third house, or any placements you have in Taurus or Gemini energy, okay? So make sure you're checking out your natal chart. Links, I keep pointing down, links in the description box below if you need to refresh your memory on that, okay? But that's really what it was, just that. It was like, it's a mischance that has an opportunity to reconnect again. Or not even, well, okay, I'm saying reconnect. So maybe this was someone you were in communication with at one point, but it just never became anything more. Or this might have been somebody who's wanted to talk to you, but again, something about timing wasn't right, or maybe something going on in their life or something going on in your life just didn't leave room for this connection or relationship. Okay, that's just what I was getting. So let's see what the divine universe wants you to know about this energy. Thank you so much. Clear my energy here, divine. Yeah, happily ever after. It's like there might be a chance at happily ever after now, Taurus Gemini. Yeah, okay, and that's annoying. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, someone might be annoyed by that. Oh, you might be annoyed at who this is. Okay. Okay, that's an interesting energy. Yeah, the first time and telepathy coming out here. I just heard it's been you all along. So someone maybe has been feeling some sort of connection, but wasn't sure who it was or what that energy was coming from, where it was coming from, or who it belonged to. Tell me. It belongs to fate. Wow. Okay, here, Taurus Geminis. Maybe this was a situation where you knew fate had the last say. Like, if it's meant to be, it'll be. If not, then okay. It's a soul. Yeah, it's definitely a strong soul tie that you have with this person. Make a move. Like I said, something might have the green light to finally connect, finally bloom into romance, or become romantic. This could be that energy of like, you can't live with them, you can't really live without them kind of a vibe. So they may annoy you, but maybe you're annoyed because you're more alike than you know. The time is now. Someone is planning to take action, or it's time for you to make the move. Either way, yeah, the time is now. The time is now for this to connect. Like I said, this could be somebody that you've danced around or have been in close proximity to, had close encounters with, but maybe missed each other by a fraction of a second, a minute, you know, a week. Like, oh, I was over there, like, like, it's something like that. So this could be a friend of yours, or again, clearly somebody that you know. I don't think you've had that first time markers with this person, Taurus Gemini. I don't think you've been on a date. I don't think you guys have kissed. I don't think you guys have been together intimately, which is why this lingers. in the back of your mind, or it lingers in the back of this person's mind. Yeah, there's an inexplicable, powerful emotional bond to someone. Be mindful of who you're connected to as it goes beyond the surface. So some sort of like energy connection. Yeah, here's what I'll say. It seems like two people know that there's a lot of potential for romance between them, but they haven't tapped into it. They haven't explored it. The timing hasn't been right, or life has just gotten in the way a little bit. Life hasn't left enough room for this connection to be explored. It's how it wants to come through. Okay. So tell me here. Oh, hold on. Let me do a little check. Make sure we're good. Okay, hold on. All right, sorry about that. Let's see what this happily ever after is. What's going on with happily ever after here, Divine? Ooh, player and love struck. That's probably why. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this could be somebody who was not making a move towards anybody, not really serious about love. Again, like I said, there's been this awareness that there's an energy between you and this person. Okay. Love struck. So someone might have known that you were into them. You might have known that this person was into you, but this I'm more interested in the thrill of the chase than forming meaningful relationships could be where that annoyance is coming from. But that's what I mean. It's obvious. Thank you, Divine. It's obvious that you and this person go well together, or would make a happily ever after type of dynamic. It's just someone's being annoying. Just someone being annoying about it. Laughter and unavailable. Right. I'm not able to be in a relationship right now. We can hang out, but I can't give you any more. And maybe that's the point. That's why there hasn't been any first time, first date, first kiss, first anything, because one person is unavailable, the other person is. And maybe that's been the do-si-do kind of a dance. When one heart is open and maybe willing to explore, the other is closed or unavailable to do that. And then it happens vice versa. The tables turn. Maybe that's what's been happening in this soul tie, okay? So tell me, can I get one for happily ever after? Thank you. Yeah, friend zone. Exactly. Like I said, this could be a friend of yours or someone that has only kept you as a friend, or you've kept as a friend just because, okay, like if you're a player or you're not really serious about commitment, then I can't consider you as a partner or a soulmate. You know, maybe this is a soulmate situation, but maybe one that up to this point has just been platonic soulmates. Okay. Someone doesn't feel like they can give the happily ever after, or someone doesn't believe in happily ever after, which is why the friend zone is where this connection ended up in. Someone feels like that's the best bet because they don't know that they can be that person, you know, who's in that happily ever after or who's committed. Clearly we saw a player. But yeah, you're hot. Right. And I get how that could be annoying, because it's like, okay, if that's the case, then leave me alone. But you're not leaving my energy alone, but you also can't stand up in it. You know what I mean? Okay. I think you're incredibly hot and I'm super attracted to you. And that's the annoying part. Love. Right. Someone wants to wait until love is on the table. I'm starting to fall head over heels for you. Maybe this person has never been in love, never had love like that, or doesn't really know what love is. Maybe they thought they were in love, but then they realized they weren't. Like, it's something about that. I don't think this person has ever really, truly, genuinely been in love with someone. And maybe that's what was also kind of like okay, we're probably better off as friends then. Okay, what's the telepathy? Mixed signals. Yeah, that's what I can't make it up. Right. Mixed signals and no spark. Right. If you're not... That's what I mean. Okay, so if you're not that person, you don't want the happily ever after, you want to be a bachelorette or a bachelor forever, right? Well, then leave my energy alone. Stop coming around me. Stop, you know what I mean? Stop checking for me. Stop trying to make it. Stop pulling on the attraction. This is somebody who maybe can't let you go, but can't also be there for you. Or they've convinced themselves that they can't let you go and that they can't be there for you either. So they've been kind of giving these mixed signals. I don't mean to confuse you, but I don't know what I want right now. No spark. We have to admit that the chemistry just isn't there between us. Right. Someone can be attracted to you, but that doesn't mean that you have good chemistry with them. Okay. Yeah, and somebody's unstable and cheated. Right. This is what I mean. Someone doesn't have any interest in being with one person or slowing down. And I don't even like to say it like that because I feel like that gives commitment a bad rap. It's really not about slowing down or settling down. It's about choosing to build and grow. Really choosing to expand. You can't really expand if you got a whole bunch of different people that you're pouring into. And maybe again, it's a lot of these kind of player-like energies that are realizing that that lifestyle is not sustainable. Yeah, that's what I mean. They want you, but they don't want you. They want you, but not in that way. They want you, but then they don't want to commit to you. It's child, who has time for that foolishness? That's what I mean. If you don't want it, then leave Taurus Gemini alone. Or Taurus Gemini, you gotta leave somebody alone. Okay? What's this telepathy here? Right. I'm not really who I say I am, pretending at the bottom. Pay attention to the telepathic messages that are being sent and received at this time. Somebody is not living their true self. Okay, again, I think there's a large little collection of energies who have been in that player mindset, who are starting to awaken to the chaos that creates in their world. So you might be getting the higher self energy of this person, and then seeing how they're living in the 3D, it doesn't match. Okay. Yeah. Using you. Maybe I have some ulterior motives. Do you think I might be taking advantage of you? Right. And I think that's kind of what someone's starting to feel, or what someone has already picked up on. Again, someone can't let you go, but they can't be in your world or your life either. So it's like kind of keeping you in limbo. Yeah. This tells me that someone's aware that there is some sort of bond or energetic tie between you two, but they maybe use that as like a crutch. So they can't show up for you. You know, they don't want to be that. They don't want to be committed, whatever the case is. They don't want to be a player, whatever. But then when the plane goes left, they want to pull on the telepathy and want you to be there and want you to show. And then they want to know if it's still there. And it's just kind of like, so I think somebody's over this. Yeah, I can't make it up. Polly. Yeah. I don't know that I'm meant to be with only one person for the rest of my life. And that's what's annoying. And that's why this is friend zone. It's like, okay, yeah, all right, that's fine. But you got to let it go then. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Somebody doesn't want to let you go, but they also can't be with you. They can't give you what you want in love and romance, but they also can't feel like they can't live without your energy, or they don't want to let go of the tie. It's like this, it's almost like a dangling carrot, and that's really annoying. Yeah, I can see that. That's really annoying. Stop dangling the idea of maybe, you know what I mean? Oh, okay, I'm ready, or I want this, and I do, but then you don't. Your actions don't show that that's where your head's at. So be in your truth. For me, I'm a firm believer. If you want to be single and you want to date around and you want to have a whole bunch of people, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Do that. If you want to do that for the rest of your life, do that. But don't waste time with people who you know don't want to live that same lifestyle. You have to let those people go. You can't hold on to the people who you know you can't show up for. And then like drag them along your escapades and poly and all these other energies. Like it's just somebody. Yeah. Right. Look at what I'm trying to say. And what's annoying about the situation is if this person actually wanted to be committed, y'all would be a perfect match. And that's what they're holding on to. And I don't really like that because it gives that whole like, oh, maybe when I'm 40, 50, then I'll want to settle and then I'll, you know, show up in this connection. And it's like, no. Yeah, it still blows my mind how perfect we are together, as if we're made for each other. So no matter where this person goes or whoever they date or entertain, you still show up as the perfect match for them. And that's what I mean. It's like fate. They're waiting to feel ready for something that they have to make a decision on. They're not going to be forced into. With the make a move soul tie, right? It's like they are maybe now awakening to the fact that they have to make the move if that's what they say. But I don't know. I feel like this person might be all talk and no walk. They like to talk about commitment. They like to talk about the idea and they like to talk about it because maybe that's what gets people interested in them and da-da-da. But in truth, they don't live it. And maybe they can't. So it's just coming through as kind of like a waste of time a little bit. Okay. And maybe again, that's why someone's annoyed. Yeah, it's like, why are you flirting with me when you know that you don't want to be with me like that? Leave me alone. I can't make it up. Immature. Exactly. Right now, I'm not really at a place in my life where I can fulfill the demands of a healthy relationship. And that's just the truth of it. So their best bet is to let this soul tie go. But I don't think this person wants to. Arguments, responsible. Yeah, no sparks and unstable. And that's what maybe is annoying to somebody. Like, okay, again, that's fine. That's fine. But stop trying to make me feel like you are ready for something with me when you know you're not. It's almost like they don't want you to move on. They don't want you to be with someone else. They can't stand the fact or the idea of seeing you be in that happily ever with someone else that's not them. But they also aren't putting in the work to be that person that you end up with. Child. Yeah, we're ready for all that kind of stuff to go on somewhere. Soul ties, right? Arguments, right? I just wish we had healthier communication between us instead of all this unnecessary conflict and bickering. But it's like, again, player. Right. This is somebody who maybe even has no problem making a move towards you, but they can't sustain that energy. But they have to keep falling back because, and then look what's here. And this is what I'm talking about, spiritual. This could be somebody who's running from their spiritual nature, who is not trying to live out or integrate with their spirit like that. They maybe know that that's what's going to happen if they do commit to you in some sort of way or really kind of connect with you, or it gets to that point and they run because they don't think they're ready. It gets too serious and then now it's like, okay, it's not fun anymore. So then they, friend zone. Maybe we're better off as friends. Like, okay, if we're better off as friends, then we're like, that's where it's at. Stop trying to awaken love in a situation where you know you're not ready. Or you know that you can't sustain it. Again, I think there is a big group of energies that are starting to kind of see how ridiculous that is. Maybe even getting karma for doing that kind of In and out, in and out, in and out dance. This could be one of those things where, yeah, like I've said, like, if it's not that, then stop pulling on it like that. Stop trying to act like that's what it is when you know you're not in that mode. If you want to be a player, but don't play with me. And that's the thing. This person wants to keep playing with you. And so they lean on that spiritual connection that you have. And I honestly feel like the divine might be closing that out. Or maybe has already blocked them from being able to lean on that connection. So like if you are used to having some sort of telepathy with this person and that's kind of dried up, it's because the divine shut that door. You know what I mean? It's like you can't keep going around and around in this circle with this person because they will drag you through that circle every time. And maybe through this person's player ways, they've created a lot of soul ties, which again, maybe doesn't give room in their life for them to even pursue you or show up in this spiritual connection, even if they wanted to. And that could be it. Now they want to because they have all these soul ties now. And I just don't think the divine is allowing them to. Somebody has to sit in the bed that they made, lie in the bed that they made. Yeah, magician and high priestess. I'm confirming something. Could be talking about an emperor. What's this? Happily ever after with the friend zone? Hierophant. Yeah. Like I said, this is someone who's like, if I were to commit to anybody, it would be you. But they're not in nowhere near making any sort of effort, life changes, or self-work to be able to commit like that. Okay. Annoyance in your hot. 7 of Pentacles. Right. Mercury retrograde, which has started. It's like you keep coming around to that. Oh, but I'm just so attracted to you. Okay, what does attraction have to do with it? You can be attracted to a lot of things. It doesn't mean that it's good for you. It doesn't mean that, like, it's like somebody wants you to bank on attraction and wants you to believe that attraction is love. And it's like, no, you could be attracted to me, but we're not good for each other. Okay. You could be attracted all you want, but if you're not ready to show up in a relationship the way that you know you need to, if you were going to be with me, together, with whomever, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they know that, then let it go. But that's what this person is, I think. Again, emperor, I can't make it up. This is what this person is failing to do. Control issues. That's really what it is. They want control. Oh, this is somebody who wants the spiritual connection on their terms, in their timing, when they're ready for it. Not when the divine is ready for them, but when they have exhausted all other options and they've gotten all their fun out and they've sold their royal oats all over the freaking world. Then when there's nothing left for them to explore, nothing left, nothing new, then they want to come to you and be like, okay, I'm ready. Get the fuck out of here. That shit right there, I'm so sorry. It's kind of pissing me off. I can feel the annoyance. It's pissing me off. So you want towards Gemini to settle for like the last little crumbs of you. You done gave everybody else big old slice of your pie. Taurus Gemini has to deal with the crumbs that's left. Huh. And someone thinks that, like, yeah, that's fair. Like, what? Child. If this is a masculine energy, they do not have not one healthy masculine mind or energy around them. This is that stuff that they're living out from what their old heads have told them. And that's what's fucking them up. And you know what? At this point, you know, that it is what it is. That's what you chose to do. knowing that there was something better. I can't make it up, Tower. Knowing that there was something there. You let the old heads who's still in the club, still chasing women at 50, you know what I mean? Like, child, you took that advice? Because what they don't tell you is how miserable they are. They'll tell you, oh, I'm having the time of my life. I'm so fun. I got all these bitches. I got all... Yeah, they'll do all of that, but they are not happy. Anyway, child, this is that immaturity. This is what I mean by, like, age does not mean wisdom. Age does not mean wisdom. There are so many people who are 40 and up, 50 and up, 60 and up who are still immature. Haven't grown since high school. And that's sad. And that's who this person is believing, or, you know, whatever the case may be, child. I don't know, but I felt that. I heard wayward. They have wayward masculine energy surrounding them that told them, yeah, player is the way to move. That's the move you want to make. You want to just be a player. Okay. Stupid. Yeah, and then players get played. And then when they get played, then they want to, oh, I want to go back to the girl, to the guy that I should have been with. And that ain't nothing but the fucking truth. I can't make it up. Excuse my cussing, but this shit right here, like I said, the divine is closing this out anyway. No more of that. No more of that. I'm telling the truth on myself. Right. 8 of Swords. What they don't see is that those same players got all these different women, all this women, all that, whatever that is. They think they big pimping. Miserable. Miserable as shit. Okay, I'm sorry, Taurus Gemini, if this is playing out in your world, but honestly, I think it's time for that door to be shut with this, because who, again, the fuck has time to be dealing with that immature bullshit? You deserve somebody who's going to show up in love with you, not dangle love in front of your face like a fucking carrot. This is somebody who played themselves severely by listening to immature, overaged adult babies. That shit, I'm so sorry, because I could feel it. It's because, you know why I think it's pissing you off, or whoever this is off, or whatever the annoyance is? The potential there in this happily ever after, in this spiritual union that you were supposed to go in with this person, was so potent. And would have changed a lot for you. It would have changed a lot for them for the better. But they chose to hold on to the respect and admiration of adult children as opposed to follow their higher self. They chose to halt something the divine was trying to lead them in, just to be let down and betrayed. Because you know why? Eventually those playboy types, they'll get married, and then their whole tune will change. Oh, marriage is the best thing that ever happened to me. Yeah. But oh, child. But I hear, oh, well. Honestly, I feel like that's just where you need to be at. If this is for you, that's where you need to be at. Oh, well. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Congratulations with your stupid prize, child. Because that's just where it is. Right. Death. Yeah, no more working together. No more telepathy. No more connection. Somebody has sealed the fate on the spiritual connection they were destined and meant for, because they wanted to play the fucking field. They weren't strong enough to mature in the way that they needed to. They were listening to wayward men, it feels very masculine. We got the Emperor out here. They were listening to wayward men who don't have a spiritual compass to save their fucking life, who are happily ignorant, toxic as fuck. And that's what this person chose over this connection, to stay in alignment with those men, to maintain the approval, the accolades, and the respect of those men, which aren't the men you want to have respect for. You want to look corny to those type of men. If I'm talking to a masculine here, you want to look corny to those type of men, because that means you're doing the right fucking thing. You look cool and they're hailing you and all that, you are out of alignment. And that's that Ten of Swords we saw. That's what somebody's recognizing now. But I think it's too late for this. Yep, Temperance. Because honestly, I get that with the annoyance. I don't even know, like, in the energy I'm feeling, I wouldn't want to hear from this person. I wouldn't even want this person to come back. Fuck off. Like, it would be that kind of like, please spare me, child. But I get it. I see Temperance. Yeah, 8 of Cups. For somebody here. Now, child, you got your discernment. That's going to be up to you. But Temperance in the 8 of Cups does give me this patience. Let someone detach from that way of thinking. Somebody maybe already has an 8 of Cups as a point of no return. Maybe you've already detached from this person. Or maybe, you know what, I get it. Thank you. Maybe it's been hard to detach from this person, Taurus, Gemini. Maybe it's been hard. Like I said, because of the potential, because of what you knew that spiritual connection and bond and energy was meant to manifest in this world. To see someone throw that away is hard. And not only throw it away, but then want to still kind of come around and pull on your energy. It's hard. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But this is where your self-love has to kick in. This is where your trust in the divine has to kick in. This is where your faith has to kick in. That if that is what was chosen and that is what someone has selected as the fate between you two, let it be, and know that something better is on the way. It will be replaced with something that is absolutely more in alignment with you. You just have to hold on to that knowing. Because I think a part of somebody here feels like this was it for them. This is their person. I gotta wait for him to figure it out. I don't want to be with anybody else. And I get that. You don't want anyone else. You want that spiritual bond to manifest and to bloom into what it was meant to be. But if somebody isn't choosing it, you can't force someone to do that. And your best bet here, maybe I'm talking to you here, Taurus Gemini, your best bet is to let this person go. Because if you keep letting them pull on you like that, you're going to miss out on your next opportunity, on your alignment. Don't let this person drag you through the mud no more. Okay? Yep. Knight of Swords. Right. Because as soon as you start to walk away, here they come trying to be, oh, I love you. Oh, I care for you. Oh, starting flirting and all of that and trying to make you feel like they're coming towards you, child. They're not. Because again, talk is cheap. Actions will always speak louder than words. This person's actions doesn't match their talk. That's how you know they're not in alignment. And they want to convince you that they're in alignment, but you convince someone that you're in alignment by the steps and the actions and the moves that you make. And this person has been making player moves. And it's probably about to get played. I could feel it. They about to get played something serious. And they're going to be in that Ten of Swords, wishing that they would have made the move towards you when the opportunity was there. I can't make it up. Page of Pentacles. Talk is cheap. This person might even try to make a small little effort towards you. So think of the type of move that they're making. They're hoping that you don't see it as the small move that it is, that you'll magnify it as, oh, it's about to happen. And, oh, they're coming in. No. Whatever move it is, it's the bare fucking minimum. And you deserve better than that. So let me tell you something. I wouldn't hype up shit. I wouldn't. Fuck that. Hell no. I don't know. Maybe you're cursing about this. I don't know. This person maybe just gets like that. I don't know, or whatever. The communication between y'all maybe gets like that because of the immaturity. It's like, yeah, who the fuck are you talking to? Like, who do you think you're dealing with? For real. Where is that okay? What? Yeah, 10 of Wands. Exactly. It's more the telepathy between you two, this spiritual bond. The more you hold on to it, the more it's going to be a burden for you, Taurus, Gemini. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. I know you might be holding out for hope that this person's going to make a turnaround and they're going to get their life together, baby. If they haven't done it by now, they're not going to do it. And even if they do it later, that's great. But they missed their window here. Missed chances. It's exactly what I was picking up on. They missed their chances. Chances. This person had multiple chances to get this right with you. Let them sit in those missed chances, Taurus, Gemini. Let them sit in it. Yeah. Right. And I get that. You might be worried that this kind of love might not come around again. Or, you know, if this person kind of passed on this spiritual bond, I'm not going to have another spiritual bond. That's not true. That's not true. Don't tell yourself that, Taurus, Gemini, okay? There could have been up to 3 chances that this person had to make good on this and step into this spiritual energy with you. And they, again, closed an eyes to it, acted like it wasn't there, flat out maybe said no. Or I don't know. I don't know what I feel. I don't know what I want, which is still saying no. Somebody thought being double-minded would keep you hanging on longer. Again, it's time to cut this cord, Taurus, Gemini. Or so I could be talking about a Taurus, Gemini you're dealing with, my members. So take it as it resonates. It's time to cut this cord with this person. Yeah, because they've done enough damage. 9 of Wands. They've done enough damage. Don't allow them to damage you anymore. Again, Chariot. Yeah, it's time to move on. Yep, 4 of Cups back out here. Exactly. And I get it. This is the person you wanted. You wanted this person. You wanted it to work out. You wanted that energy that the divine maybe revealed to you. You saw the High Priestess, so you probably saw what was written, what was meant to play out between you two, and that's what you wanted to see manifest. But it takes 2 to tango. It takes 2 people to show up and say yes to that divine mission. And if someone said no, then, you know, again, I can't make it up. 6 of Swords. You got to move forward and you got to move on. And honestly, Taurus, Gemini, and not look back. Maybe you've already kind of moved on from this situation, but you're still looking back. You got to turn your head, babe. You got to turn your head, babe. Yeah, and find peace of mind. And detach. Be the star. Exactly. Do the healing that you need to do. Yeah. Yeah. With the King of Swords, that's Taurus, Gemini energy for me. So it could be you to make this decision, because I think once you clear out this connection, you'll see your love life move a lot quicker. Romance might find you multiple times over. There could be a whole bunch of people that want to be romantic with you, but because you're still hanging on to this telepathy or this spiritual bond with this person, and again, it's hard. I'm not saying that's an easy thing to do. But because you're still holding on to it or holding out hope for this person to get their act together and start making the right moves and making the right choices and making the right decisions, it's holding you back. It's holding you back. Okay, my loves. All right. Let's see what the higher selves want to say here. What is the higher self of this Emperor want Taurus, Gemini to know? Yeah, I'm taking time to find myself again, but it's kind of coming challenged. This person's taking their time, all right, but I don't think they're spending that time finding themselves. They're spending that time playing around. I can't. I'm wrapped up in unhealthy coping mechanisms. I can't make it up. Someone uses romance or relationships, sex, as a coping mechanism. And they know that if they were to step into a connection with you, they wouldn't have that coping mechanism. And clearly that coping mechanism is more important to them than the spiritual fulfillment that they were destined for. And they would know that they would have to face whatever they're running from, whatever they're trying to numb, if they were to step into this spiritual bond with you. So this is somebody who wants to make all the promises that they're going to get their ish together. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing my work. And they are not. You have to watch this person's actions. You can't believe what this person says. And maybe they know that now. They might be feeling that now. Oh, I can't come in with the same old spiel and the same old script and the same old, oh, you know, I'm not done. It's not over. It's not over. I'm coming. No, you're not. No, you're not, because your actions still say player, immature, using you. And you deserve better than that. And that's just point blank, period. Higher self of this emperor here, divine, so we can close out this energy. Ooh. Even though you're not with me, my love for you grows every day, right? You know what? You are probably going to be the one that got away for this person. And again, some souls, they need to sit with that. Yeah. I think a lot of people like to believe that they can play around and play around and play around and play around. And if it is truly divine, and if they really do love me and they really do care, they'll put up with my playing. Abso-fucking-lutely not. That's the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard in my entire life. How dare you run someone through the mud and be like, that's your measure of if you love me or not. No, I love myself. You don't love yourself, because if you loved yourself, you wouldn't want to see someone that you love go through that. That's what keeps you disciplined. That's what this person lacks, discipline. And if they lack it, and all the men they hang around lack it. And so that's what they chose. They chose to remain cool in the eyes of losers and lames. I don't care how much money, fame, notoriety, status these people have. They are losers. That's a loser mindset. And so now they're going to have to lose along with the losers when they could have been a winner. They could have been getting dubs, not catching L's. But that's what somebody chose in you. It's like somebody has to lie. I can't make it up. Lie in the bed that they made. Lie in the bed that they made and know that their choices led them there. So now when they go and try to do that telepathy and try to reach out for you, you're detached. That's where you need to be in this star energy. Yeah, I can't keep going on without you. Well, right. And maybe the moment that you did detach, or when you do detach, this person will feel that void and realize that it was the hope or the connection, the spiritual bond that was keeping this person afloat. So now this person might have to crash to learn the lesson. And I think that's what's annoying. This was all avoidable. Ooh, it's hitting me so clean in my solar plexus right now. This was all avoidable. This didn't have to happen. But because of someone's immaturity, this was their fate. And you have to let fate play out in this situation, Taurus, Gemini. Everything reminds me of you. Yeah, this person is going to be haunted by your bond that they no longer have access to, but that's the life that they chose. So let them live it. And I know that might sound cold, that might sound crass, but honestly, you didn't feel that way when you was running Taurus Gemini through the mud. You didn't think that was cruel. Or my members, I could be talking about a Taurus Gemini. I feel like that for some of y'all, I could be talking about a Taurus Gemini. They were okay when they were running you through the mud. They didn't feel no type of way then. They didn't think that was cold. But now that you're saying I love myself more, oh, now that's being cold-hearted. And oh, and you know what? Ooh-wee. I can't. Right. Yeah, I miss the feeling of your body on mine, which they will have to continue if you were intimate with this person at any point. Or even if it was just a hug, you might not have even been sexual with this person, but it's like, now this person misses it when they no longer have access to it. This is one of those situations where someone had to lose you to love you. And that's fucked up, and I'm so sorry. Yeah, pictures of you still make me smile, fell out on the floor. I keep dreaming about us together. Like I said, this person's going to be haunted by the memory of you because they won't have access to the reality of you, the real you in real time. I feel like that door has closed. Yeah, I can't make it up. I really fumbled you and now I'm paying the price, period. They know. Like I said, this person is well aware of the games that they played. Please do not give them that kind of benefit of the doubt. Oh, well, they just, you know, they never knew. And like I was even saying earlier, or maybe this person never knew love. No, they knew what it was. They just thought they could get away with playing around. I'm trying to tell you, it's a done data for these player energies that maybe were meant to be in divine connections, but decided to choose their lower nature strength card that we saw over their higher self. It's a wrap. If they ain't got it together by now, they not gonna get it together in this lifetime. And that's just the facts of it. Yeah, I want to make you mine. And that's what they keep coming. That's what's annoying. They keep coming in on that. You're mine, you're mine, you're mine, but you're not moving like I'm yours. You're not like, what? Thinking that's supposed to get you, oh my God, like all kind of like, you know what I mean? Caught up in them. Oh, okay, child. What kind of Disney World, fairy tale, fairyland, Peter Pan bullshit is that, child? No. And I feel like I need to give somebody that energy of no. It's November. It's a no November. It's a no for the rest of the year. Okay? They want to make you mine now. That's what I mean. After the fact. After they've had all their fun and have been used by everybody else. Now they want to come all shriveled up to you and be like, okay, I'm ready to love you now. I'm ready to be with you. Child. Yeah. Oh, they're just, right. That's the thing. They're just a distraction. I don't feel for them the way I feel for you. Well, what do you feel for me? Because the moves you're making is saying that you care more about them than you do about me. The fuck? I can hear it. They're just a distraction. They don't measure up to you. Well, you're moving like they do. Because if they didn't fucking measure up, why the fuck are you wasting your time with it then? Stop bullshitting. You see what I'm saying? It's like somebody's just gassed off that stupid shit. I'm so sorry about all these curse words, y'all. I don't curse like this normally, so somebody's pissed. And if it's you pissed about this, you have every right to be pissed, love. Every right. Yeah, I'm keeping tabs on you, and that's all they'll be able to do. So let them watch you find real love. That's a season for y'all who have had spiritual bonds and connections that were supposed to evolve, and the person on the other side of that connection chose not to evolve. They are going to have to watch you evolve, and not only evolve, but play out the whole timeline, all the abundance, all the love, all of the good things that were supposed to be shared between y'all. They're going to have to watch somebody else receive that. And they're going to have to know it's because they decided to move the way that they were moving. It's all on them. They will have nobody else to blame but themselves. And that's where they need to be for their soul's growth. And you have to allow that. But if they feel like they can come back in and they can still get you to get excited about them and believe and have faith in this maybe one day, then they'll never learn the lesson. So you play a role in that. Okay? All right. I'm going to calm down. I love you so much. I really do hope that this serves you well and gave you the clarity and the confirmation that you needed to move forward from this situation. My Membies, whoever's dealing with this, I love you lots. And I'll see you in our next one, all right? Namaste.